this. Let's see if it's working on the stream as well. Yeah, it is.
Cool.
Okay. Let's send out some links.
Oh yeah. Go for it.
Don't think there's anyone that wants to listen to this.
Maybe not now, but I'm gonna listen later on.
Yeah, but anyway, thank you for joining this, and we talked about it at the
Yeah.
tournament. Wanted to hear the winner, and that was you. Of course it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. We
Of
could see
course.
that from the start of day one.
Yeah, Swedish people coming there wrecking faces.
Oh, I'm just gonna write at the Battle of Copenhagen, and then we can start in the view. There we go.
Cool.
So I'm just you can see, maybe you can see the link as well, or it needs approval. Otherwise, I can send you the link here, so you can.
There's a link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought about just hearing something about you and how you got into the hobby and
Yeah.
the tournament scene in Sweden and how you're finding it, and then the Battle of Copenhagen. What was the actual player pack and the games you played, and
Yeah.
finally just what are some upcoming tournaments. And I think there's a lot of Danes who actually wants to go to Sweden to some tournaments, so maybe where they can find them. I know
Yeah.
where I can find some of them, but I'm not sure everybody knows that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So can you see it just fine as well?
Yeah, I see it.
Cool. So
I see it.
we're not talking about battle plans and lists yet, but yeah. Who are you, Jesper Melander?
I'm a Swedish guy that's been playing Warhammer. I had my first tournament soon a year ago. It was GothCon last year. That's the first tournament I went to.
Yeah.
And there I finished in like the mid region, somewhere below the mid region
Yeah.
limit.
Have you played before? Have you Warhammer before, or fantasy games?
Yeah, fantasy I played when I was like 15, so it was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And then me and my best friend Thomas, that won Krigsluntan, started playing for fun because we realized that his oldest son is in the age so we can start playing again.
Yeah.
So we used him as an excuse to get to play.
That's a good excuse.
Oh, I think so too.
Actually, Fed, I think I met him. He was at Malmö Wargaming weekend
Yeah,
as well with his
correct.
son.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Played one game. The final
Yeah, the
game
kid played
because we
one game.
missed one player.
Yeah, correct. And he actually had his first tournament here in Stockholm for 2 weeks ago,
Oh, nice.
and he came in third place actually.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's really good for nine
So,
years.
so an upcoming Age of Sigmar player.
Well, I mean, he plays with me, Thomas, Lillen, Uffe, and it's pretty much child abuse.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, yeah.
But then you're actually pretty new to the hobby as well.
Yeah, I am. Or I've
Yeah.
been, I mean, I played pretty hardcore when I was younger.
Yeah.
So, like, the tournament part is not that difficult, I think. I got an eye to see, like, what could work and what could not. So,
Yeah. What about strategic games overall? Is that something you have been into? Because it seems like you have a pretty keen strategic mind when you're playing.
Yeah, my father taught me how to play chess when I was like 6 years old, and poker and everything like that.
Oh, I see.
So the gaming and strategic part I've been up with since early age.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I felt that one.
yeah,
At least with your list, as we talked about in Battle of Copenhagen, that we did a list review before that
yeah,
tournament, and I actually didn't see your list as a winning list.
no,
And when we talked about it, I heard that when you built it, you didn't see it as a tournament winning list as well, but it was first when you started playing it, you saw it had potential.
oh yeah. When I built the list, I was like, oh look, it's Nagash and Arkan. I can have them in the same list, and it's gonna be fun. And then all of a sudden, I started playing it, and like, wait, I can snipe pretty much any single characters in one go
Yeah,
with the multiplied arcane bolts. And when you can nuke something that the opponent needs quite much, it's gonna be an easy game after that.
a lot of games at least end that way. People have key units they need, or key buff hero they need to survive to actually play the game.
Correct.
Yeah,
And also with the Petrifex Elite, you're rarely gonna kill my 20-man block in one go. And as long as they don't die fully, I can heal them up and heal them up and heal them up.
yeah. I'm actually just gonna get your list on the screen
Yeah,
so some people can see that as well.
yeah.
So so we can talk about what's your preparation for Battle of Copenhagen.
Alcohol.
Alcohol. Oh, that's a good preparation.
Yeah.
I heard you,
No,
you
but
you went to some tournaments, some smaller tournaments with that
yeah,
list.
correct. I played that list for two tournaments here in Sweden. One 5 games and one for 3 games, and undefeated with it.
Yeah. Still undefeated with that list.
Still undefeated. I mean, it's a good list against pretty much anything because the only thing I miss in that list is shooting. But
Yeah.
my hero phase is gonna be my shooting phase with the arcane bolt spam.
Yeah, exactly. And your 6 inch extra from Archon is pretty
Correct,
nice.
correct. And for Alpha Strike, I got Arcane to Alpha Strike with. He can get a 19-inch movement in round one, and that's quite far.
Yeah. So
So
he's
most
actually
of the
gonna
games,
be in there.
yeah, he's gonna be in there, and I always used him like deep striking or just send him forth with the speed he got, and also he can dish out some damage, not from him, but the mount is on and the spirits.
Yeah. What about spells you used on him?
Uh,
Did
well, both Nagash and Arkan knows all of the spells from the lore of Bone Reapers.
yeah,
So you can really pick what you need to do when you need to do it with him. And mostly I used on Arkan the teleport him if he get damaged. Because then I deep strike him, and if you do any damage to him, I'm just gonna place him in safe territory again.
yeah.
And that makes him survive so much longer.
So your game plan for every game. Did you have a game plan? Have you played enough game to have a game plan?
Yeah, pretty much. And also, I'm always gonna change game plan depending on who I'm up against because with my list, I can't determine where I want to fight or how I want to fight. So I need to adapt and go to you instead of the other way around because I don't have that many units. So I can't be on 3 places at the same time.
Yeah. So that comes to the next question. Did you have any type of army or list that you're afraid of coming into Battle of Copenhagen?
I had a few that I knew was going to be hard trouble for me. Uh, Corn, for example, is one list I don't want to face with this.
With the skulls?
Is with the skulls and Scarbrand.
Yeah.
Scarbrand eats up my army in one battle round. Even though I gotta save against Mortal, it's not gonna be enough when he starts going to town.
No, that's just gonna be too much.
Yeah.
So Korn was a list that you actually saw yourself losing against, potentially losing against, but any other lists?
Yeah, the Cities of Sigmar with the shooting, and I've played against both of them, and I think they both misplayed.
Yeah.
Uh, Based on my list, they were too afraid to actually commit,
Yeah.
and that's where I get my points from.
Yeah.
Like, I made a list that nobody really knows what it's doing because you don't see Nagash and Arkan in the same list
No.
that often.
And people see it as a fun list. So when they
Yeah,
come with their serious list built to win a tournament and going up against you, yeah, it's just, oh well, Jesper Melander probably just had some easy opponents or something like that. But
yeah,
no, they're gonna change
yeah.
their minds after that game.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And no, it was good. And also, I can't really handle the horde spam.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, as we
I'm
talked
happy with.
about at the tournament, a list I've really thought would win tournaments for a whole year and haven't won anything. Seraphon. I
Oh yeah,
think if they are played well, they can win tournament. And against
oh
your list, that would
I'm
be so.
screwed.
Yeah, it would be so hard to do anything
Oh yeah, because I can't stop the teleports, and
and
I can't really
have so many
be.
units to teleport around all the time.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
so I'm just
no
happy I
Seraphon
didn't play
players
them.
that were on that level.
Yeah,
Let's see, maybe the new Seraphon book will do something new for the whole meta.
I think they are gonna get a really good bump.
Yeah, it's just a question on how much a bump. Is it the Scenes Bone Reaper Feck, or is it just the middle ground?
I think it's gonna be more towards the middle ground. I think it's gonna be Gloomspite, pretty much. That
And
they are good.
that's what they should aim for all the time, really.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, for me at least, Gloomspite is a you can build it competitively, and it's a fun army to play, I think.
Yeah,
It's it's just gonna lose to those weird matchups, to
yeah,
say.
yeah. That's true. That's true.
So
Well, let's get back on track.
yeah,
um, your preparation. You played some tournaments, and what did you think about the Battle of Copenhagen? The format it was it okay? Is it similar to what you're playing in Sweden, or is there something
it's
else you would have liked?
it's quite similar. I liked it. It was easy to handle, easy to score, easy. I mean, everything was set up in a nice way, so it was no mind games in how to score or anything like that.
Yeah,
It was basic.
yeah,
And for me at least, I think basic is good because it's not gonna give extra points to those who really knows the game.
yeah.
It's gonna be even for everybody. like easy to understand. That's the best part.
So nothing you missed, nothing you think should have been different from the player pack.
Maybe that you preset two agendas on each battle plan. If you remember Malmö War Weekend last
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
I liked it because it was contradictive to the mission itself,
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly.
which meant that the player who went for the game in major win was often gonna lose a few points towards the other player because he get to score the side missions.
Yeah. So other than that, it
That,
was a great
other
format.
than that, it was great format, nice venue.
Yeah, yeah. How did you think about that? Because in my experience, it was the best venue we have had so far in Denmark.
Yeah, it was. I liked it. The only trouble I had was the holes in the floor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, put the lid back. I don't know how many dices went down those holes.
There are some small kids that's gonna get some souvenirs.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think Alexander broke a chair in one of the holes as well,
Yeah,
one of the legs. But otherwise, great venue, nice, easy access to everything from there.
yeah,
Central. I liked it.
yeah.
Really good.
You lived hotel nearby, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
I had a 5 minute walk there.
yeah. Can't be better than.
Oh no, great. 7-Eleven is in the middle of the way, and you guys serve alcohol during morning. I love it.
Selling alcohol all day long.
Oh, it's great.
So, did you buy some of the pre-purchased food you could buy, or did you just go out and eat some?
I went out and ate on the
Okay.
days, or 8 and 8. I got drunk.
But yeah, just a small shout out to Richard Olsen, at least for being the head
Arranging
organizer.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for the Age
great
of
job.
Sigma. Yeah,
Great job.
definitely. And he had some people help him, and Casper, one of the new guys as well from Rogue Trader, helped with all the food. Really good food we got into the venue. That's often something that's not looked upon, and this time we had enough time to play the games, but normal when you have 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours, people actually don't have time to go out and find something to eat.
Correct. And that was great that everything was there if you wanted it, and if you could go out and eat.
Yeah. So
But the hardest part, I think, is for people when they arrange, and often it's in a school or university or something,
yeah,
or and it's not always that easy to find food around the places.
that's true. That's true. So that's always a good thing to have in mind when organizing a tournament, where to get food
Yeah, where to get food
and alcohol, of course.
and alcohol, of
But in
course.
Denmark, that's not a
That's
problem.
no, not in Denmark.
So, what was your mindset coming into to the tournament? Were you going for the win or were you going for the booze?
I was going for the booze, actually.
Yeah,
And I'm not gonna surrender a game. I'm never gonna do that pretty much if I go to a tournament. I mean, if I get a chance to win the game, I'm gonna play for it.
yeah,
But I was mostly there to see you guys and get a little bit of a buzz and just have a nice time, which I had.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, but let's get into let's talk about the games.
absolutely.
We have some battle plans you got before, so you
Yeah.
can actually prepare them. Did you do any preparation for the battle plans, or did you just look
Nah,
at them and you've played them before?
I played them before, and I mean, it's hard to prepare for anything because you don't know the opponent.
Yeah,
So it's like, oh, I'm gonna do this, this, and that, and then all of a sudden, no, that's not gonna work against that list.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. But at least when I prepare for a tournament, this tournament, if we can say, talk about my experience or my planning going into it. As many of
mm,
you know, that I had an operation coming up, so I just wanted to have a fun time, and I
yeah.
built a fun list. Not everybody thought it was fun to play against, but I thought it was fun to play.
Oh yeah,
uh,
I
so
loved it.
normally I actually do preparation on all the battle plans. I take out all the lists from the tournament that I think this is gonna be a hard matchup for me, and then I'm gonna
Mm,
look at every battle plan and see what I'm gonna do about them in this battle plan.
yeah.
So, and that preparation I didn't want for this tournament, so I did no preparation as well.
Uh,
So
I
little
mean,
information that I actually misinformed some people often at the tournament.
yeah, you can do that as well.
Yeah. Well, anyways, the first match you played against Thomas Angerman, uh,
Correct.
Legion of Sacrament, uh,
Yeah.
and you played Focal Points. No, not Focal Points. Sorry,
No,
Escalation.
it's escalation. Yeah.
Yeah. So, how did it go? Did you win?
I won this one actually. I
Yeah.
was a bit afraid of this, not the list itself, but the amount of bodies in the list
Yeah.
was the thing I was afraid of because if I remember correctly, yeah, I got the first turn. I marched up 20 men in the middle, 10 on each side,
Yeah.
and I did get the points in my round one. And in his round one, he took 10 of, or the big pack of wolves on the, for me, right hand objective and took it and screened off so I couldn't reach it with anything as well. And he sent his vampire lord and 5 wolves to the objective on my left hand side. And the rest of it just committed to the middle where I had my big block of Mortec, or the 20 block. And that's the first part I think he did wrong, actually. He should have screened with some of the wolves in the middle and just let the skeleton warriors control the objective on bodies
Yeah.
and sent the hex wraith out onto the left hand objective on my side, because when they fly over things and when they hit on sixes, it's mortal wounds. So he could have taken out that side, and since he's ethereal as well, I'm not gonna do as much damage to them. So they could just stand there and compete with my 10 Mortec trading. And then he should have committed the rest to the middle and wiped the 20-man block. But he was a new player. He was there for his first tournament, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was a good game. And we talked about it after. Like I told him, you could have done this and that. Because those Hex Wraith, it's 20 wounds. And if he just tag me with any block, I'm not going to do damage to them.
That's true. That's true. But that's the thing. When you're new to it, you don't know where to commit, and don't, as you said, many people don't know what to actually do against your list. And the easy solution is often just kill the guards and fuck Nagash and Arkan. Don't bother. Just
Don't
cap
bother with
objective.
them.
Yeah, they're gonna kill you, and if you don't kill them fully, they're just gonna heal up.
Oh, yeah. So the way you compete with my list is that you kill my 2 blocks of 10-man Mortec, and after that I can only be in one place, pretty much.
Yeah. So this was
we had
actually a list that could have done things against you.
I mean, this list with a player that really goes in for it and knows what to do should win. Yeah,
Yeah. But that's good to keep in mind as well when you're looking at list for tournaments, that you don't know which players is behind the list, which general is it,
correct.
and this could be a list that you actually were afraid of, and when you then face it, it's just gonna be an easy win because he don't know what to do against your list.
Correct. But it was a nice game.
Yeah.
Friendly man and
Yeah. So
good first game.
when did it end? Which turn do you remember that?
I think I took the first turn and he got the double from 1 to 2. And he went in to try and kill Arkan with his skeletons. And Arkan survived with 2, 3 wounds from skelets with double piling, a lot of extra attacks. And after that, I could just go for the objectives and wipe him.
Yeah.
So I think the game was gone for him as
So
soon as he miscommitted.
so was there a bit
So
of unluck with the skeleton, or good saves for you, or was it about average?
I think I had a little bit more luck with my saves than I should have, especially from the double pile-in with them.
Yeah.
But even picked Dark and I had still got it in the end, I think.
Okay. So it wouldn't have really mattered if he died.
Not really.
No.
And that's only based on how he committed to each objective and not the list itself.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So a good first game.
Yep.
So the second game was against Rune Holse. That's
Oh
actually
yeah.
one of the newer players playing at
Sinister
the
Sigmar.
Rogue Trader. Oh, let's
Yep.
see if we can get it all on the screen. Uh, yeah. Or we can
Oh
have
yeah.
that. So he's new
Yep.
to Warhammer as well. Played it some of the old fantasy, but found his old cities. I think it was handgunners and the Phrygial guards, or what they're called,
Yep.
and built this list around it.
Yep. I mean, this is a mean list.
Yeah,
This one shoots you off the table if you let him.
yeah,
But let's try and remember here this game. Yeah, he got the bridge as well. So we both deployed, and I went first, I remember. And in my first round, I just placed all of my Mortex in cover to get extra save
Oh,
because I didn't want the shooting to end me, which he could have done. And I sent forth, let's see. Yeah, he had 20 handgunners on his left-hand side objective that I got off a few spells on, and then I alpha charged them and took that objective with Arcan in my round 1
yeah,
because he had everything deployed in the middle for the bridge to work. Because he just wants to be in one place and just
yeah.
send everything forth, and boom,
Is
you're gone.
is the bridge castle going around?
Yeah, correct. And I placed forth Nagash with the protection of Nagash spell, so if he takes damage, he teleports as well. And I think he did 1 or 2 damage to Nagash, and that meant I could teleport him, and I placed him on his right-hand side objective as well in his turn, so he didn't get points for any of those 2 objectives in his first turn.
Yeah.
And after that, I got in the lead seat, so to say, so I could just move around and do things. And the only reason I got this game win was that I could place my Mortek in terrain to get the extra save.
Okay. So
And
was
also,
yeah.
it was a hard game. I need to play this one because I can't stand the shooting that he has. Now he misplaced his 23 guild or handgunners, so I could take them out in my round one. And I think that won me the game because if he had placed just a little bit further back with them, I could have touched them in the first round.
Okay. So yeah, he could have done some things better, but
Yeah,
in this battle plan, that is a hard one from him as well, because the way he played this list is really a castle list. You need all of your stuff together. You only really have your Shadow Warriors that can go and do other stuff,
yeah,
and
but
that's the downside with this list. And I know he's built some extra now, or rebuilt this list so he has some extra opportunities to go out and cap objective early, because that's what he found out. He's losing the game early because he can't get enough points,
yeah,
winning the game late, but sometimes it's just too late.
yeah. So still, it's a good list. It was one misplay that lost him the game pretty much.
Yeah.
Nice guy, good game.
So in which round did you end it here?
I think we ended the game in round 4.
Yeah.
I think. Like we knew then that this is gonna be a win.
Yeah. So until there, it was actually an open game. An open game.
Yeah, it was an open game because if he could have taken my objectives, it was still game on it. But luckily for me, I got to keep the initiative to burn his points and do shit, so
Yeah.
to say. If he would have double turned me anywhere, I think it would have been game over the other way.
Yeah.
If he committed on the right things, so to say. Because at the end of the game, my 20-man unit, Arcan, and my 10-man unit was gone.
Yeah. So you actually got some stuff off the board.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. How about the magic phase here? That was must have been fun, cause he can do some really cool magic, and you have some really good
Y-
magic as well.
Yeah. I mean, with my +3 to cast and unbind, I think I got all of my spells off pretty much.
Yeah.
Because he don't get any bonuses to
To unbinding.
unbinding,
Yeah, that's right.
I think. Maybe he had +1, but still my +3 is better than that.
Yeah.
And then I think he didn't roll so well with his sacrifice to get that much of a plus. Because I can't remember. He got this bridge off the first round. He got the comet off in his third round, I think.
So that's a bit
Along
late.
with the gems. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was late.
Yeah, you really need to get those off early to get the
Yeah,
game going.
yeah. So I think he had a bit of a bad dice on those, but all in all, it was a hard game
Yeah.
for me. I really needed to play this one, and being the second game in the day, I wasn't that drunk so far. So
So
I
now,
managed to pull out the victory.
yeah, so now we got into the afternoon and starting to get drunk,
Yeah.
and now you probably faced the worst opponent at this tournament.
Oh yeah. Oof.
The one
This was a hard mission.
that was a hard game. So
Or are we talking? I mean, we had two games in this game
uh,
actually.
yeah. So yeah, was against me, and
Yep.
we. I think one of the funniest thing I've actually in a long time have tried, and I've talked about it with some of the guys I'm playing against, that we need to try and play some games where it's just, if you fuck up, you fucked up. So you can't take anything back. If you've placed your figure and 1 second after you say, "Oh, can I do that?" and said, "No, you've placed it, so you've done it." And we actually did that. We talked about before the game. So are we gonna do total fuck up? And we both agreed that we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
And
And I mean, that was the fun part as well because we
yeah.
had a bottle of something. I have no idea what we were drinking.
some kind of shots.
Some kind of shots. And so we played a drunk man's game.
Yeah. And yeah,
This was
it
the
was a
most
fun
funny game.
it was really fun, and I must say that I was not fond of the battle plan against you, but
No.
I had the chance. I wanted to write the epic story of all time, where the shard took out Nagash,
Yeah.
and it was so close, but really not.
Was it really?
Not close at all.
Here's the thing. Your list is the one that dealt most damage to Nagash throughout the tournament. You did
Even though I
nine?
fucked up.
Yeah. Did you do 9 damage?
Yeah, something about, yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was 9.
Oh, yeah, well,
But
it
yeah,
was rough.
yeah, the basic about this is your heroes are scoring in this battle plan, and you was such a good guy in giving me the first turn.
Yeah.
So you were taunting me. I felt it. Come at me. See if you can kill
Yeah.
Nagash, and I took the bait. I took it.
Yeah.
No, that was in my head. That was the only chance. Cause if I didn't take him there or do something there, I would just lose the game slowly instead.
Yeah.
So I went for it, and the story about the shard is that the best play I've had with him was 26 mortal wounds on a battle mage, of course.
Yeah.
So a bit overkill. And in my head, he would do the same to Nagash.
Yeah.
I was so confident, not a doubt in my mind that something else could happen.
Yeah.
So you could imagine the disappointment when I rolled those dice and only did what 10, 12 mortal wounds to him. That was not
Yeah.
26.
That's quite far from.
Yeah.
But still, he dealt damage.
He dealt damage, and actually the most fun part about it was he survived. Nagash couldn't kill him,
Yep. With
and
his 5+ save and unrendable.
unrenderable. Yeah, so he actually survived, and then the second thing comes into play, that Arcane spell normally don't do that much damage, and
I know.
it
I
was
know.
it was the shard's time to shine, but then Arcane just right in there and cast
Outshot me.
Curse of Years, and does what? Something about 30 mortal wounds?
Yeah, I think it dealt 27 total.
Yeah. That shard got really old really
Oh yeah,
fast.
he got cremated.
Yeah. And the most fun part of it was again we had the if you fuck up, you fuck up.
Yeah.
And I think it's Arkin at the start of the battle round, or start of your hero phase, you need to turn off on his +6 inch
Up-
range.
Correct.
And you forgot that.
Yeah, I
So,
fucked up.
yeah, so you fucked up. But then you could kill the shot. Just a
Yeah,
minor overkill.
yeah, a little bit. A
Yeah.
little bit. And also, you had placed everything else outside of 18, so that was pretty much the only spell I got off.
Yeah.
Uh, well, it was a great game.
Yeah.
And based on the battle plan, also, I think both of us went into the game with the mentality that it's already over.
Yeah. As I've in my mind tried to put some percentage of how it should be and if I could win. And I
Yeah.
think if I should put any percentage out on it, I would say it was 5-10% chance of winning this, because the shot needed to go off and I needed to kill Nagash in turn 1 to win this game.
Yeah.
And we could have done it 10 times over and the same thing would have happened.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so.
But yeah, it was a fun game, and we had the game in the game. So
Oh, the game in the game was the best game.
yeah, so the shots you talked about, and what was it? I can't remember how many dice we rolled at the start of each battle round.
6, we started with 6.
6 dice, yeah.
6 dice. And since we only played 2 battle rounds,
Oh yeah,
it was 12 dice.
yeah. And then of course we can't stop there, so we
No,
both
no, no.
agreed that we have to roll for all the battle rounds, of course.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but I think we just started rolling 1 dice each, and if one of us hit a 6, the other one had to drink.
Yeah.
Did we finish the bottle or did it survive?
I actually think it's just survived, but
Yeah,
only just.
it did on a gash.
It did an guess,
It
yeah. Only just
it
survived.
barely survived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was actually after that game it was 1-1. So one win for you and one win for me because I won the drinking game.
Oh yeah, you did. You did.
And that was the most important.
You should have rolled that many 6s when you hit with the shard.
I
All would
should.
have been
That would have been an easy game.
to win.
Yeah, but that was the last game of the day. Uh, some of us
Yep.
went out to town, but I know some of the guys you traveled with. One was sick, and
Yeah.
not all of them was in a party mood. So
We played a little bit of dart at the hotel and had a few drinks there and a
yeah,
dinner. So it was nice as well.
yeah. So coming into day 2, you were fresh and ready to play. And I can't
Yep.
remember. We got our matchups at the day, so we couldn't prepare
I think
for the
so
next.
too. I
Yeah,
think we had some drop up.
yeah. We actually had a few dropouts. That was unfortunate, but
Yeah,
it still
but
went
that
well.
yeah. So this is not the list I saw myself because we did the match up on Saturday evening,
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
but it changed
It
for
changed.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I remember that I was playing against Morten Winkel,
Yep.
and that's the guy we're normally traveling together when we go to tournaments. So
Yep.
and we knew that we were gonna play each other, and we
Yep.
had 3.5 hours. So actually, when we woke up, we was just like, okay, we are not in a hurry, because we're gonna play each other. So let's just take it slow, because we had maybe had a bit of hangover. Uh,
Yeah, I think so.
so we took it slow, and I think we were like 10-15 minutes late, and people will start calling us, "Where are you? Where are you?" Some guys are playing against you. I was like, "Well, I'm playing Morten Winkel. We're coming together." No, the matchups
Yeah.
are changed. Oh. So yeah,
Yeah.
the matchup changed. That's right. So you're up against Anders Knudsen.
Yeah.
That's actually the winner of NerdCon in Copenhagen a few months ago. Is
Oh,
a really good player as well.
yeah, he played well. He was the best Danish player in this tournament, I think.
Yeah, he plays the best.
Third, I think. Fourth.
Fourth, I think. Yeah, I think you
Yeah,
got the top three. You
yeah.
Swedish bastards.
I know, I know. Swedish and Swedish. You can't call the Danish or the guys from Malmö
Yeah,
Swedish.
yeah. Half Danish.
Half breeds. Yeah. So this was. I think this actually was one of the easiest game for me in this tournament.
Yeah. How come?
Here's the reason why I get to choose who starts,
Yeah, he has
which
more drops than you.
yeah, which meant I was gonna take the first turn, and all of my mortar card just had a little bit of a stroll into terrain to get that extra save,
Yeah.
and that means that my whole army has a 2-up save with re-rolling once.
Yeah.
So he got 400 points in the catapults. That's not gonna do shit against me.
Yeah. So that's just a point sink for him, doing nothing.
Correct, correct. And the next part is that I have Nagash and he's got Arkan. And I got Arkan as well for.
Oh, you just dropped out?
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah. So I'm gonna outspell him with Nagash and Arkan. And since you need to go and control all 4 objectives to win this,
Yeah.
and here's the thing with the Bone Reapers: if you can do mortal wounds to them, you're gonna win. And I have 11 spells that deals mortal wounds, which is often gonna be D3 as well. So I can nuke him down.
Yeah.
And that's what happened as well. I went fourth with Nagash and Arkan on my left hand side. Or actually, I went on the right hand side first with Arkan. And with the protection of Nagash spell, he survived the catapults. So he just teleported to the left hand side, get fully healed, and then I charged in there. And Nagash is one of the best characters to take out Mortic cards or anything with a high save, because he's gonna have -3 rend with his sword and
Yeah.
-4 with the staff.
Yeah. So
And
he's doing stuff.
he's doing stuff. And that's what he did as well. He killed the 5-man unit of Death Riders and him, as long as Arkan took out a 20-man block of Mortic together as well.
Yeah.
And on the other hand side, I was just parked on an objective with my 20-man block and in cover as well, so I was never afraid of anything here because there's no real threat towards Nagash.
No.
And if there's no threat to him, there's no threat to my army in this one.
And that's how it's gonna be sometimes. Even though Anders Knudsen is a good player and he has a good list that is gonna do well against most armies.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
sometimes you just
it's
meet a counter list, and your list is definitely a counter to his.
yeah. So it was a good game and friendly as could be.
Yeah,
Really nice guy.
yeah, he's a really good guy, and no hard feeling when he's losing, and that's often the good thing about when you're playing.
Yeah,
There's not a worse thing than when you see a guy really hating himself and the game and you for losing,
yeah,
even though that's just how it is.
yeah. No, it was after your game. This was the best after that.
Yeah,
Like friendship and such. The reason I went to Copenhagen for. This
Yeah,
is a perfect example of why I go to tournaments.
yeah,
He got a competitive list. He's a competitive player, but he's friendly as well.
yeah, yeah. So good guy, but couldn't manage to overcome Nagash
No,
and Arkan, the
no.
supreme power duo.
Yeah, the daddy of the Bone Reapers. You don't mess with him.
No, you don't. But then you go for the last game, and it is the first Swede you're up against.
Yep.
Uh, Alexander
Uh,
Zakowski, and
correct.
he's done well this tournament. The
Yeah.
last few tournaments I've been with, he's tried some stuff and not done so well. But I think he's got a good list for this tournament, and all
Yep.
around can do a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Uh, and yeah, he did really good, did really well.
He did.
So you're playing focal points, and at the show the pre-show where we talked about the list, we
Mm.
also talked about this particular battle plan.
Yep.
I'm not really fond of it, but I know that we need these kind of battle plans,
Mm.
but the objectives are actually so close together that armies like Fire Slayers, Bone Reapers, Horde armies just gonna have not an easy time, but it's a good battle plan for those armies.
Yeah. I think I like the battle plan itself, but I think you should change the range from 18 to 24 out.
Yeah, that would be a good
S-
change.
Because that would mean 12 inches apart extra on your territory.
Yeah,
And that's gonna do a lot for this one. But I love the fact that you score 1 point for each, but three if you hold them together.
yeah,
I like the fun of that actually.
yeah. So it is a good battle plan, but as you said, the range could be a bit further from each other. That would
Yeah,
really help it out.
that would because now you can keep all of your synergies together and still score the objectives.
Yeah,
And that's the bad part. But the mission itself is a fun mission.
it is indeed. So going into this game, playing against Alexander, how confident was you? Were you?
I was not comfortable at all against this list because this is Mortal Wounds output, and I think Alexander should have won this one.
Yeah,
I think. Here's the reason he loses this game. It's because I went 4-0 with my list,
yeah,
and I'm confident about my list. I know what it does. Alexander has changed his list so many times, he's playing a new army for every tournament pretty much,
yeah,
and he's really good at painting and putting together things. Cred for that.
yeah, yeah. I saw that.
R-
Really good.
really good, really good. But he doesn't take the time to commit. Like he practiced 100 different kicks, but only 5 times each,
Yeah,
instead of practicing same kick 1,000 times.
yeah. That
Like
makes sense. That makes sense.
his list is great, and he got the teleports, he got the shenanigans, he got the Phoenix Guard that's just gonna stand there and say "fuck you,"
Yeah,
and he got the spells as well. And I won this game thanks to me actually having the luck to unbind his Umbral Spell Portal in round one,
yeah,
which meant he didn't get to do the what's the name of that one? Elemental Cyclone on my 20-man unit.
yeah.
Because I pushed out with my 20-man unit Nagash, Arkan, and Leech into the middle.
So you got had the first turn.
Yeah, I took the first turn.
Yeah.
Or I was given the first
Given the
turn.
first turn, yeah, he has fewer dots than you.
Yeah. So he gave me the first turn. So I just pushed up the middle with Nagash, Arkan. or Nagash, the 20 man, and the Liege.
Yeah.
My 2 units of 10 was just standing on each objective in my zone, and Arcan Deep Strike on his right hand side.
Yeah.
So I went down, starting to fight 10 Bleak Swords down there with him just to threaten that objective. And I had the teleport thing on Arcan, so if he does damage to me, I'm just gonna get out of there. And then he gets the turn, and he just moves around, takes the objectives, disengages the combats. He don't care about Arcan actually, which was the correct play.
Yeah.
But then he got the double turn.
And he got the double turn as well.
Yeah, he got the double. And then it started hurting my 20-man unit. He took them down to 6, 7 left, I think, with spells and everything. And once more, he didn't do anything to Arcan. So Arcan just stood there, looking like a fool.
So he actually did some of the right things he should do, but
Yeah,
was a bit unlucky, as you said, with the spell in the first turn
yeah,
to get out the damage on the Mortec guard.
correct.
So a turn too late.
Yeah. And here's where he fucked up royally. He placed himself with his Phoenix Guards to do a charge,
Yeah.
which he failed thanks to being in entangling,
Oh.
which I saw he was still within 1 inch of the entangling, but I'm not gonna tell him about it. That's his job. So he failed a charge, and the worst part was that he charged in with his Frostheart Phoenix onto Nagash. So he did that charge first, and thinking because he had +2 with the Phoenix as well, Phoenix Guards to charge.
Yeah.
But so it was negated by the entangling, and he failed that charge, and he couldn't re-roll it. So all of a sudden, his Frostheart Phoenix was stuck with Nagash all by
Oh.
himself.
So if he would have gotten that charge, how would the game have looked?
It would have looked like he had, first off, he would have taken out my big unit of 20 down to 7 or something. Which means because I was too far away from Arcan, so I could only heal 3 of them
Yeah.
in my turn, so I would have a 10-man unit. And if he got the charge onto Nagash, he would have tagged this unit with his Phoenix Guard. Which means I can't more than pile in. I can only pile in and fight, not retreat or charge him. So I can't get the amount of the attacks out that I want to. And he would have controlled the middle for the rest of the game then. And he could have started doing his spells on my 2 10-man units and wither them down fully. And then he has the 3 revenants to teleport behind me and take them out, or take the objective. So he did a big misplay which cost him the game. And we talked about the game in afterwards as well.
Yeah.
I didn't want to play this list because this list was supposed to fuck me up.
Yeah.
And since I was so comfortable with my list, I think that's what won me the game.
And the
Because
entangling.
yeah, and the entangling. Because he had already forfeited the game before he went into the game, pretty much.
Oh yeah, and that's actually a funny talk to have as well. The mindset coming into a game.
Yeah,
That some people come into a game. This is gonna be a struggle. This is gonna be a hard game, and some games are gonna be that. But if you don't come in and believe that you can actually have a chance to win and go for that chance, then you're often gonna lose it.
Oh yeah, and that's what happened to Alexander here. I mean, he's a good player, but he needs to practice the same kick a few more times
Yeah.
before forfeiting a list, so to say.
Yeah. So it was actually the list he had forfeited a bit, not thinking that it could
Yeah,
win it. Yeah.
yeah. So otherwise, it's a good game, good player all in all,
Yeah.
and yeah,
And you won the
that's
game.
yeah.
You
I
won
got it.
the tournament.
I got it.
You got it.
Yeah,
And you were pretty confident, even though that you knew that at least one other player could have 5 wins. But yeah,
yeah.
we can follow along the stats all the time, and you were pretty good in it with the secondaries. You only
Oh
lost,
yeah.
was it 3 or 4?
3.
Yeah. So you're pretty good in it, and Dennis, one of the Swedish guys, well, came second.
Yeah.
Uh, I think was he even? I think was 10 points behind you, even though he
12, I think.
yeah, even though he won all 5 games, but maybe one of them had was a minor win. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think so. He had 85 and I was at 97, I
Yeah,
think. So it was my win was never threatened by that,
no,
but against 3 lists at least, four four lists, the game was threatened.
yeah, but yeah, congratulations and well played. I mean,
Thanks.
winning a tournament requires a bit of luck, but most of all, it requires a good tactical knowledge about the game and what
Yeah,
you're up against.
yeah.
Uh, I've won a fair few tournaments, but I don't think I have won any tournament without luck involved.
Yeah.
And that's how it is always. That you need that bit of luck as well. You need that entangling at the right place at the right time for your opponent.
Yeah.
Uh,
You need to roll a 6 when you need it, like,
yeah,
and that's what makes this game great. It's a dice game.
it is a dice game in the end. Sometimes you can get annoyed by it, but that's how it is, and that's why we play it. And you
Yeah.
have to minimize sometimes the dice game, so you have to find new ways to
Get the
to
dices in your favor.
yeah, to get around that,
Yeah.
to not have it against you. And the double turn as well is still one of the favorite things about this game.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people hate it, but I think it's the most important rule, can you say, about this game.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have it, it would be, I think it would be a shooting meta, winning all the stuff, because
Oh yeah.
you couldn't never have a
You can't
double turn
do
against
anything
them.
about
No.
against it.
So yeah.
So
So but definitely well played, and I
mm,
saw some of your games, or some of my game were a bit faster, and you were as well. But
yeah.
at least we got to play each other this time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Was great.
this is the third tournament we are going together, so
Yeah,
I hope
it's the
to see you at a lot more tournaments,
yeah, same.
and
Uh,
that could be in Sweden maybe, because
yeah.
actually right now we don't have any tournaments in Denmark
Uh,
coming up before November, I think.
oh, that's a long way.
Yeah, so we need to do something about it. Maybe get some tournaments up and running, or maybe yeah, we need
Mm,
to travel.
yeah. We have in Stockholm we have a tournament each month. It's a 1 day tournament
Yeah,
for 3 games, but the same guys, Oscar and them, Oscar Magnus from Krigsluntan,
yeah,
are arranging this. So we get one tournament a month, 3 games. It's great. It's close for everybody up here
yeah.
and so on. So if
So you get
uh,
some good experience in with a lot
yeah,
of games and
correct.
armies. Mm.
correct. And this weekend that's coming now, we're going to a team tournament
Yeah.
here in Västerås, about an
So
hour drive from Stockholm.
so how is the team tournament scene in Sweden? Because in Denmark it's not that big.
Here's the fun fact. Last year they arranged it and it was 16 teams.
Oh,
So that's quite a lot actually.
yeah,
And it was one of the best events throughout last year
yeah,
because it was a team tournament. Everybody was connecting and bonding. It was so much fun. And Oscar, Magnus, and the guys from Krigsluntan helped arrange this one with Västerås last year.
yeah.
And that's what pulled the people in. This year we're only 6 teams
Oh,
because
that's
Oscar and Magnus and them didn't help arrange this one, so it's been no talk about it,
oh
no
yeah,
promotion, which is really sad, I think, because it was so much fun last year.
yeah.
This year everybody's gonna face everybody and it's gonna be fun still.
But it's not gonna be the same experience.
It's 40 players less.
Yeah, that's a
It's
lot.
it's a lot of people. It's a big difference.
Yeah, that's a lot. But yeah, that's telling. It often depends on who is actually organizing the tournaments and when you see who show up.
Correct.
So,
So the,
but a team tournament next weekend. Who you're playing with and what army are you taking?
I am taking my Legion of Grief,
Yeah, is it
and
1,000 points each?
no, it's 2,000 points each.
Oh, so it's
You
a really big game.
No, it's a team tournament. So we
Oh,
have
oh yeah,
four.
team. I thought it was a doubles tournament. So you
No,
actually
not the double
teams.
teams.
Yeah,
So we have four different lists, 2,000 points, and it's seeding. Oh, seeding. Uh, yeah,
yeah. So I totally misunderstood it. I thought it was a doubles tournament because yeah, team tournament. We have nothing of that in Denmark. I
no,
would really like to go to that.
yeah,
And you should promote it more when you
yeah,
talk with the organizers, because I actually think if we knew about it here in Denmark, I think we would have have made a team and come join you.
yeah. Like I said, it's bad PR about this one. They didn't go out with it and tell people,
Yeah,
and we forgot about it pretty much.
yeah, and that's the sad thing about it. I'm but that comes to the next thing, because we talked about the Swedish tournament scene. I think you're about a year ahead of us in Denmark. With your tournaments and the size and your
Yeah.
experience. And but a lot of Danes wants to come to your tournaments and the other way around now that actually a lot of you Swedes coming to Denmark as well.
Yeah,
And I think it would be about time that we join
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 forces.
yeah join forces in some places, because right now I'm in the AOS Sweden, and I think most of your tournaments come in there.
Yeah,
Uh, and we have a specific Facebook site for all the tournaments in Denmark as well.
yeah,
And it could be good that yeah maybe we joined up somewhere so we could actually see where the tournaments are, because often it's pretty close to each other.
yeah.
So I don't know
Uh,
if you know the moderator of the site, or maybe you can talk with some guys and we can talk again later to see how it if we're going to make a whole new separate
scene for
Nordic Facebook site, because I know some of the guys from Norway as well wanna join.
hmm? I think that sounds quite good actually. Like have a site dedicated for only tournaments, so to say.
Yeah,
Uh, because even for me nowadays, it's kind of I can't really find where they are on the Age of Sigmar Sweden. I think
Yeah.
it's locked somewhere, but I can't find it whenever I'm looking. It's
Okay.
like, all right, fair enough. There's a tournament I'm going.
So right now you don't have anything in Sweden as well.
Tournament wise,
Yeah. Not
not at the
something
moment.
dedicated to that.
Nothing dedicated to it. It's gonna be in the Warhammer Age of Sigmar and Warcry Sweden, I think.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be. I'm trying to see it here now. And I don't really know what I'm looking for. I think it's like a locked something,
Okay.
but I don't know
But yeah,
really.
definitely let's talk more about that. I have some ideas
Yeah,
we could go with. Uh,
yeah,
but yeah, that's actually it.
yeah. I know for fact, speaking of tournaments and such, that Malmö War Weekend,
Yeah,
it's October 17 this year,
yeah. And sales
and
going out tomorrow, I think.
sales going out tomorrow.
Yeah,
So tomorrow is the date for that one. And if you want to go to a nice tournament in Sweden, I recommend Fantasia Fanatic.
yeah.
It's up in the north of Sweden, so it's gonna be a flight or something, but I'm going there, is the plan. And they are having three tournaments this year, I think. One in the spring, one in the autumn, and also a team tournament in June.
Oh, that's nice.
And that's gonna be a five-man tournament, so five
Yeah,
man per team. It's gonna be great.
that sounds really good. Yeah,
Yeah,
we are some people looking at that tournament, but yeah, right now it's a pretty long travel, and
yeah,
the 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 thoughts right now is that the flight ticket to there is actually pretty expensive. So we could actually take some tournaments in England, and it would be even cheaper to go there. So
yeah.
that's the thing right now. Are we going there, or should we go some other places? But
Mm,
yeah, maybe some of us will come join you.
yeah.
Maybe rent a bus, taking the guys from Malmö and Stockholm on the way up.
I mean, that's not a bad idea actually. Speak to the guys in Malmö and see if they want to do a road trip,
Yeah. Yeah, that
or
could be really fun.
if somebody wants to go, like if you would like to go and nobody else wants, jump on a train up to Stockholm and I pick you up and we go there together. Like it's the same thing.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's easy to solve if you want to.
yeah, that could be cool,
Yeah.
definitely. But yeah, that's all for now. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop the stream and say for
Thank you
everyone who
guys.
has seen and listened, thank you for listening. And do you have anything you want to say at the end?
What do I want to say? Yeah, I'm coming back next year.
Oh, that's good. That's good. We are hopefully having some bigger tournaments right now in the making. So yeah,
Yeah,
we'll write to you when they are ready.
I'll be back.
Yeah. But thank you for looking and listening to this, and see you.